I've been in the position of renewing domain names in the past. And a lot of these things, there's this feature, automatic renewal. You know,
What?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I made it up. Welcome you to the pilot of the Poppin' Mags Pinecast. I'm Sheriff Popper, and I'm here with my boy Magnum Pineapple. How's it going, Mags?
Hey, what's up, Sheriff? Good to hear you.
Yeah, always good to hear you, buddy.
So now we're doing a Pinecast.
You know what? It feels like the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
I know there's literally tens and tens of people that would love to hear this.
There is at least 4 or 5 that will listen to this. I'm sure.
Not all the way through.
Well, 2 of them being us, because I'll listen to it. Jumping right in. All right. So we're gonna have this Pinecast, guys, and we're just gonna talk some Theta drop. We're gonna talk some Theta, and we're gonna just find out more about. We'd love to find out more about the Pine community and other NFT drops. So if you're a Pineapple, if you're a community member of any sort within the Theta NFT community, and you want to come on and tell us a little bit about your project. We get to learn a little bit more about you. We'd love to have you on. So just reach out to us. We're gonna have our DMs open. You found us on our new Twitter page here. So we're looking forward to just learning more about what's going on out there. We have there's a whole bunch of projects on Theta Drop that I really don't know too much about. We were just kind of talking about a few of them. So it'd be great to get you guys on here to learn more. I'm sure that the community would love it as well. What do you think? What do you think, Max?
I think, well, obviously, I think you're correct. But I mean, you think this episode's good? Wait to episode 2. I got it marked down. We got Theta apes. I can't wait to hear about these apes.
Listen, we did have a poll out there. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the apes, they came in heavy on it. Everyone wanted to know about the apes, so there will be ape talk. My first question for the apes: why was the ear coming out of the back of the head? Seriously, you look at that thing and it's just, the ear is coming out of the back of the dude's head. I just couldn't get over it.
What could have been, though? I mean, the utility on that alone.
Listen, I'm thinking that I got invited to that Discord at least 50 times.
Oh, you joking?
All right, maybe a few less than 50.
Oh, but more than once.
Way more than once. Way more than once.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't go in, but that's a different story. So, what do you think? What's on your Theta drop NFT radar these days? Anything?
Funny you mention that. My radar went down recently on Theta drop with the rest of the domain. It was kind of a big deal for everyone in my house. I don't think anyone else thought it was a big deal. So let's talk about this.
Yeah, we got to go straight to the hard-hitting questions here then. What's the deal with the hat? Everyone wants to know. What's the deal with the hat? Max, why are you wearing that hat? Popper, you got a hat on too. Why you got that hat on? Do I need to change a hat? I got a chef hat. Do I need another hat? Or is this hat count?
My thought is if you take this community seriously, if you have invested in on Theta drops and anything else on Open Theta, you want to know your projects are protected. NFTs. Your NFTs are SAFU. And you come out hours and hours and hours afterwards to say, oh, hey, the site's down. It's not like a bank where your bank's going to go back up. It's FDIC insured or whatever. I'm not worried about that, but I'm worried about my JPEGs stuck on this site that I can't access. That's telling me that there's a new feature that's going to do my homework for me. I mean, though that sounds super exciting, I'd like to know more. Nobody seems to care about it. Though the good people at Theta Drop, they really wanted to get into that light show NFT. I don't remember what that one was called.
The light paintings. Yeah, the light paintings.
But it seemed like, hey guys, we got it back up. Thank God, we're ready for the drop. And that was it. 2 tweets. I'd say 1.5 tweets because they talked about the drop in the second tweet, and that's all they could say. And now your boy Wes is trolling me on the boards. Did you see that?
I saw that he responded to Sushi Cat's well done video montage.
And
is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, what was this video montage about?
It was regarding the domain name.
The domain name. and how it affected.
And how it affected you over the course of the next 70 years.
Right. Right. That's what is his title with the organization? Your boy Wes. You know, Wes, why don't you come on the show? We'd love to talk to you here.
I have a feeling Wes is a little busy for us. We might have to grow this a little more.
Oh, we're gonna grow more first? Okay. Well, that's a good. That's
pineapple.
A good...
You gotta try.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about pineapples.
Well, no, we're talking about hats.
Oh, back to the hats.
You left a few questions out here. I noticed that there was a Chef Pine.
Chef.
He's asking if he can just keep his chef hat. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, man, I got a lot of thoughts on this hat topic, and I'm glad you brought it up a second time. The chef hat. We know it's chef. We don't know how long. Why are we putting these hats on the Pines? We're putting the hats on the Pines for accountability for Theta Drop. They got to take us seriously. It feels like they're not taking us seriously. I'm being treated like a douchebag, so I'm wearing the douchebag hat. Everyone else should be showing their flair to show that, hey, you know what? You can't do that. We're gonna hold some accountability to you, and because we have the hat on, we're looking for you. And two, the other thing also in concert with this is you need to make it your profile pic. Some of these guys are just doing it and they're putting the photo up and then they're not adding it. But so now the chef thing, that's an interesting question because chef has a hat. I think you could come up with a different chef hat and put it on. Because are they being held accountable if chef's allowed to wear his regular hat?
I'm not sure they are.
I don't think they are either. How are they going to know? They go, oh, they think they came with that hat. But then you see my hat, and you're like, I don't know, James. Did you add the douchebag hat in there? I don't think that you got to hold them accountable, and that's what we're going to do.
So, how does this all end? How can Theta Drop make this stop? What needs to be done?
I'm glad you asked that, Sheriff. So the two main things is
there's two things.
Well, there's two things. Thing one is you need to actually come clean to the community. Hey, this is what happened. We're sorry about it. We take this stuff seriously, even if they don't. We take it seriously. You got a lot of money tied up in this, possibly. And we should treat it like our own. And we're sorry about that. We're going to do our best so this doesn't happen again. Then two, a personal apology to Magnum Pineapple, myself, which is probably the most important thing. I think that's what the rest of the Theta universe is just wanting this to end. They want me to get my apology.
So now I have it on good word that there was actually an apology sent from Theta Drop to you recently, but you denied it.
That was through you, Sheriff. That is
Listen, I was given the power of apologizer. It's an official title, POA. You know what I mean?
You're just trying to troll me. I'm getting trolled left and right. And me, I'm an upstanding Pine. I follow the rules. I do my Pine taxes, and this is how I get treated. You
pay in T-fuel.
Yeah, in T-fuel.
Exactly. All right, so the bottom line is you're looking for a personal apology for the credit card being denied and the domain name. the domain name. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, we screwed up. Own it. Don't pretend not, and don't make me wait to an AMA to apologize. I just, you're in the business world, aren't you? Like, is this what is Sheriff's take on his if he could step outside of his Pine self for a second? What is your take on that?
Oh man. Well, I mean, obviously, renewing a domain name is quite important for a business. It's not something that you want to mess around with. I've been in the position of renewing domain names in the past, and a lot of these things feature automatic renewal.
What?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I made it up. But there is an automatic renewal feature that we were able to take advantage of. So, I'll get emails from this company that renews our domains for us.
Right.
And if my credit card's not working, they know ahead of time.
No.
So they're not waiting until that day when we're about to get cut off to let us know. So it is something that you likely had a little bit of heads up knowledge about. So what happened behind the scenes, I'm not quite sure. I am very glad that it got taken care of and that the domain is back. So that is good news. I personally see it as a bit of a fail on their part. Obviously, that should not have happened, but it didn't impact me. Other than that, I mean, I wasn't looking to go shopping that Friday morning in question. So
You mean Friday morning into the afternoon?
the Friday early morning into mid to late afternoon.
It's just weird because you brought me into Theta from NFTs are recently a new technology, and I
Yeah,
would just think somebody on the cutting edge with they work with Google,
yeah,
they
yeah,
work with Sony, Samsung, Katy Perry. I think KatyPerry.com is going to make sure that that's renewed.
yeah,
And they're on the
yeah.
cutting edge, and they're too busy in these hot tub parties that I've been hearing
Oh
about.
boy.
But
Yeah, I hear you on that.
with
As
with if I could just go a little further with NFT/crypto scams being a common occurrence, it's a bit riskier, wouldn't you say? Crypto and NFTs are a bit riskier asset class.
100%. Yeah.
So that's why oh man, these guys are so smart. They're oh man, they're changing this game. They're blowing minds. They're blowing my mind because they can't renew their domain.
Listen, I get it because so yeah, let's dive in a little bit here. So, Magnum Pineapple basically was born out of a conversation we had one Friday night, right?
That's right.
We're just kind of going back and forth one Friday night, and I don't think you had any idea how heavily I had gotten into the game. I knew that you knew I was.
I had inclinations that
Yeah.
you were pretty heavy when I would bring up other cryptos,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah, I really don't have much of that anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All that's on Data Drop now. Oh yeah, I swapped that in for pineapples. Yeah. So, we're just going back and forth, and I forget how the conversation went, but then it was just, like, oh, look at this one. Look at this Magnum pineapple for sale. And it was late. It was like midnight, maybe after. And I
Yeah.
was just like, I'm going to bed. And I wake up the next morning, check my phone, and there's a picture of Magnum pineapple in our text.
Twitter
And
account was already created.
I'm like, wait, what's this? Wait, is this you? Yeah, Twitter up. Already had 50 followers. Yeah, and then I mean, yeah, instantly. It wasn't too long after that we get into this whole Pine Madness mess.
After the Pine Games.
Oh yeah, the Pine Games. Yep. So first the Pine Games. That's right.
First the
That
Pine
is
Games.
absolutely correct. So we had 2 weeks of getting stabbed by cucumbers in the Pine Games. That was fun. The first week was fun because I was able to be awake and watch myself die. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was fun to like not die in the 64th round, but then sucked obviously in the 63rd and the 65th round when you die.
Right.
So that was at least exciting. I think I made it to like 35 left one time or something like that. But no dice. And then week 2, it was just like, you just wake up and find out you lost. That one wasn't as fun.
Most of them I stayed up to watch the loss in real time.
Wow.
Which was even worse.
I don't know. Is it? At least you got a little bit of entertainment out of it.
No,
Because when you wake up to it, the first thing you see is like who won. You know what I mean? And if you don't have any notifications, it wasn't you.
Correct, but the one where I think it was your girl. I think it's a guy, but your girl, Sugar Baby.
Oh yeah.
Died.
Yeah, Sugar
twice.
Baby. Yeah, sure.
I think she died twice and resurrected twice. There was 2 people left in the game, and one killed the other, and then Sugar Baby got resurrected, and then Sugar Baby killed that person the next round to win. It seems like when there's one person left, if you kill that, the resurrection shouldn't have counted.
Yeah, you would think. But hey, we don't make the rules, I think also what elevated Sugar Baby's game was the fact of her complaining, the massive complaining about nothing going on in the Discord, I think really gave her an advantage. And she took that advantage straight to the bank. What did she hold on to that thing for like a week or 2 maybe?
And
yeah, it was like 2 weeks. Yeah, because Pinemus Maximus was the last entry into Pine Madness.
Right.
So Sugar Baby didn't sit. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sugar Baby. There you go.
Yeah.
Name another NFT that'll do that for you.
Oh, well, but then sell it for really cheap, 13,000.
Oh, really cheap
for that one.
for whining. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, overall, like in the course of history, super cheap. But to
Super
just be
cheap, and two,
complaining about something,
especially back then before this like crash, where nobody's
yeah, yeah,
spending
we were
too much.
right. Yeah,
Um,
T fuel wasn't at 4 cents back then.
right, but then immediately, just so our listeners understand this, great person, Sugar Baby.
Oh
Sugar
yeah,
Baby sells for 13,000. T News is super happy to get Maximus, and it is a killer pine, literally, because
yep,
it's Maximus. Um,
yep.
and then dumps on the pines, dumps on all of us, calls us all out. And then she's been buying cans and opening them and trying to sell them. And then you mentioned Sugar Baby in the Discord, and she, without even atting her, she will pop up and start, "Why don't you say that to my face?" And she'll get into all that.
Oh wow,
Yep.
wow.
But yeah, so I think that was I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but I wish there's nothing wrong with getting it and selling it, but like dumping on everyone, and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just, it set me the
yeah.
wrong way. So that's why we came up with the Pine Games. We had a month-long event,
Pine Madness.
Pine Madness,
Now you're
as
talking
I
Pine
was.
Madness.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah. That was yeah. We were basically looking to bridge a gap, right? We figured that there was going to be a lull after the Pine Games. Thought about it, what we could do going back and forth, and came up with this idea that was going to cost me hundreds of hours over the course of the next month.
But you won, right?
Unreal. Oh yeah, I won.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
no, you lost in the
yeah.
first
I
round.
I won it getting completely dismantled by 50 to 60 pines on a daily basis.
It brought the community together. I think that's irrefutable.
It definitely, yeah, yeah.
And this is pre-hat. This is pre-hot pineapple. Now we're talking times. So win there.
No, yeah, there was no drama in this. There was a little bit of
Other at the end when Glitchy Lou backstabbed me to try to take that down.
yeah, there was a little heat on us calling it Pine Madness. I don't think that everyone caught the gist of it being the March Madness type of, not everyone's American.
They're
But
not?
this is news to me too.
Huh.
No, so every year, college basketball in America has the March Madness, and it's best sports tournaments that there is.
And,
So we were coming into the month of March, and we figured Pine Madness, and we
well,
set it up. We set it up bracket style, just like they did.
oh, okay. Let me write that down.
This is just the NCAA tournament, National Collegiate. So
Men's.
yes, men's.
Right.
But there's also a women's bracket. We had a few women pine. I think most of them were Team Popper, right? Did I get that right? I called dibs on a couple of them. And listen, okay, so this boils down to that meme that you made, and I didn't understand the impact that meme was going to have on my life.
Do you want to
I
explain it
didn't.
to everyone what this meme was?
Okay, so yeah, it was which one was it? Like the Avengers, like
It was the
Civil War.
Civil War. Captain
Yeah.
America, Sheriff Popper's Civil War.
Yeah.
Choose a side.
Yeah, choose a side, he says. Yep, that's great. People chose sides, all right.
To be fair, you requested certain pines to be on your side before this came out. I gave you the longitude and latitude to do
Yeah,
that.
but I didn't think it through. Like it wasn't entering into my head the impact of my decisions.
So
Obviously
let
I
me
would have
explain.
gone.
Let me explain.
Listen, my first round picks would have been Erp and Alf. Got to have them over here.
Right.
Theta Zilla Club. He came right out swinging at me, so he wasn't going to be on my team.
Well, and as I found out later, it's because I put them on my side.
No, he came out before anything even happened on that. Telling me that he's like, I'm gonna crawl through glass to take out Popper or something like that. Crawling through broken glass. I can't remember exactly what he said. It was something like that.
So there's too many Twitter things to follow on that. Because that month is just a blur. Sheriff's plan was to basically have everyone tell me signing up. We're gonna make brackets. We're randomly gonna assign teams. You're not even going to get to pick what team you're on, but people were not having it.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Oh, and then the best was that some people didn't even pick a team, and then they got assigned to Team Popper, and they're like, "No, I'm Team Magnum." Okay, great, thanks. Looks like this one's Team Magnum versus Team Magnum. That's awesome. Cavendish was one of them. There's a couple others. There's like 3 guys that did that.
I think there was one the other way, but then I think once they saw they were on the right
the other
team,
way. There was one the other way. That is right, and I got so much heat for it. It was ridiculous. Oh, this is the only way you're going to win one.
Was it T
No,
News?
T News was Magnum, Team Magnum.
Okay. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. So
that brought us to like all the way through March.
Right. That got us through the whole month. Early April,
yeah. So then it was just I think it was just a few weeks after that when the challenges started.
Right. And then we're waiting on the portal.
Well then, yeah, so then we have the challenges for the artifacts, and then we have the challenge for the Pine Mudra. And are you you're not going to bring this up, or? So I heard there was a little controversy though surrounding the totem. We'll call it the totem.
I sat on the sidelines for this controversy.
I think it's a real shame. I know I brought this up to a person that knows people, and I know that the people that he knows heard from him about this. I was made aware that the rare robot himself reached out regarding this issue, and the fact that people had artifacts unlock and then were able to sell them or swap them to a family member to print another mudra, it's a little disappointing. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it's a little disappointing. Especially if I was the creator, if I was the rare robot, and that happened to my project, I would be very disappointed about that. I mean, I think that the creators of the projects should be taken seriously. I think that their positions on their projects they should have say over it. And to have that happen like that is, it's unfortunate. It's what it is. Besides the fact that I was on there immediately and probably would have minted a top 3, and the thing just kept spinning for 15 minutes.
I don't want to. That was very upsetting. I mean, just picture kind of refresh your browser to something pops up, and then when it pops up, you hit the button, and then
bang, 21.
No, you hit the button, and then it spins
continuously.
And it's like, oh man, this must be getting something good. And then like 5 minutes go by, and I'm like,
it must have to spin this long to get number 1.
Right, and I tried it on my phone also I did it on my phone and my computer. I wasn't trying to print 2, but I was just trying to see if the spinning thing was taking forever, and it was. And then turns out, you could show up 20 minutes late and get pull 1, 2, or 3. Because all these other idiots are waiting for the thing to spin.
Yep.
They dropped all these challenges. Apparently, there's different ways to freaking win them. And if you want the low number, you got to know these Mad Hatter rules and how they come up with this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And luckily, there was 6 maybe extras printed.
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Like I was saying, it's not the end of the world. It's just disappointing, especially if this was my project, I'd be disappointed that this isn't what I wanted. These things should have been locked the entirety of the challenge, like every other challenge that we've ever seen. Have you ever seen another challenge where the thing's unlocked before the thing stops minting?
No,
I haven't.
I think I hit you up, and then I threw something in the Discord when this happened, and they're like, "Oh, it's getting into it." And then there was some weird Telegram group I'm in. Oh, it's gonna get worked out. So and so assured me at Theat it's gonna get worked out, and it didn't happen.
No, it didn't. Well, it did happen, but not until after the fact, and then they just cut the thing short.
Right, and they gave everyone a 6-hour window.
Well, honestly, they should have just done that in the first place. Okay, these things are going to come on, they're going to unlock on Wednesday at 4:00. It's Sunday. We got 3 days notice. All right, guys, the totem challenge is closing on Wednesday at 4:00. We can't change when these artifacts are going to unlock, but we can cut this thing short. Cut it short then. No harm, no foul. If you want it, you got 3 more days to go get it. But hey, who am I? Just a guy with great ideas.
I mean, if you ask me, SPS is the best project on there.
Oh yeah, I would
And
top two.
another project too that I know you're super
Yeah, I
big
mean,
into.
listen, Pines, I love them. They are my first love for NFTs. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Listen, they're 6 months old. You know what I mean? So they're aging as far as NFT projects. I am not losing faith whatsoever. I think that this project is gonna just completely blow people's minds. But at the same time, it's hard to just stay hyped for 6 months straight without getting fed. You know what I mean? If you're getting constant feedings, then it's easier to stay hyped. Yeah, like the Pine games, that was hype. You know, that was a lot of fun for two
It
weeks
was
of
fun. Oh my God, yeah.
getting those. Um, but I think people, we just want to know a little bit more. We want to have a little bit more insight. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed with the portal's gonna start powering up on Monday, and it's basically a big nothing burger. You know what I mean? What's the point? Like, why even bother? Like, if you're gonna use a date in there, then at least have something meaningful on that date, or don't give a date, or just have it like on, like, just out of the blue. How much more exciting would that have been if that website just started doing that out of the blue and we found it, rather than being told, oh, Monday the portal's going to start, and then I'm up on Monday till like midnight trying to figure out if something's going to happen.
I think they dropped the link in the announcements part of the Discord at like 2:59 a.m. And
Right.
and I actually was, once again, all my cleverness. I went to the website before all that. It wasn't there.
Oh, really? The
Oh
site was
yeah,
down
because I
completely?
go, it's the Secret Pineapple Society. There's got to be some secrets here. I am convinced they're going to do something on the webpage,
Yeah.
and and so I periodically check it out. Other than seeing the same exact thing, and Magnum pops up occasionally on there. I thought I was going to see something. Then all of a sudden, 2:59, I see the thing comes up. I'm sleeping, and the portal is cracked open a bit. But I'm glad I didn't stay up. I after what
Yeah.
happened with the mitten of the
Totem.
Buddhist
The
totem,
totem.
I said I refreshed all day and I
I
wound up
know.
with 21, which is good
Yeah.
if I'm playing blackjack. But if I want a low number, that I want a lower number. I'm not gonna lie. It's not right. So you know what? Hopefully I'll get in there. Hopefully I'll get on that portal. See the grove.
Yeah. And I have no doubt that, whatever's going to happen is going to be pretty awesome. You told me that you saw it before, but I just the other day I ran into the rarerobot.com, started getting on a little bit of a I had the scumbag hat on Twitter. And somebody was giving beef about Pines. So I was like, no, 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 no. No, I'm just not having it right now. I got my hat on. You're going to take me seriously because I got my hat on.
That's right.
I forget what it was. It was like, oh, Pines are really losing value. Do you think it's just because of T fuel or this and that? I was like, why don't you take a look? Pines are up over 10x versus T fuel from when they were released. So they're really doing pretty strong compared to T fuel. Pines are crushing.
Definitely.
And then he's just like, yeah, that's what I want to deal with when, Pines will go to zero and T fuel goes to zero. Just like, dude, enough. If this is how you feel, then why do you own a pineapple? Honestly, like,
Well,
why are you bothering? Like, what's the point? Just to argue. Like, do you think like you own a pineapple, now you own like a stock in pineapples? You own a pineapple, dude. You bought into this thing. The time to ask these questions was beforehand. And if you
right.
didn't like what you saw and you didn't like the answers you were getting, then you don't buy into the project. So from there, I just happened to like look up James. I was just trying to look more into the Rare Robot, and I'm Googling, and this new website that I hadn't seen before comes up. And now I'm spending the next hour going through this guy's artwork and games and stuff, and my mind is blown. Some of
Yep.
the stuff on his site is just mind blowing. And he's got like a whole section, I think it's under the personal tab, where it looks like it's all about the minting of the totem. You got the tetrahedron in there, you got the path of light, or whatever, the secret, whatever it is, the
All
secret
the
I don't even
shapes.
know what it is. Yeah. And they're in there, and then it looks at the end like the chick turns into a totem, and it's just, I don't know, but the art is great. the Star Wars art is insane.
Oh, the Vader's insane.
And just completely insane. So now it's like, wait, like look at this guy. Like we know who he is. Everyone knows who he is. This guy's got a history of top quality stuff that he's putting out. Do you actually think that he's just gonna crap on this? You know what I mean? Like, do you
Oh,
actually think that he's not gonna just make this as impressive as the rest of his resume? I mean, I personally think like this is gonna be the centerpiece of his resume. That's how I see it. And
oh,
if you think this is going to be the centerpiece of his resume, look at what else he's done and consider what that would need to happen to be the centerpiece of the resume.
yeah.
So I saw that, man, and I just got like an injection of bull.
Well, and that too. And what did he put? I don't have it up, but what did he put? He says blue chip NFT creator.
Yes, I did see that, and I was looking for that again. I think he took it down. Did he?
Did he?
But I don't know. I couldn't find it. I saw that once, and then I was looking for it again. I just couldn't find it. But yeah, blue chip NFT creator. I saw that.
No, it's there. It's on the homepage.
Oh, is it still there? Oh, it's still there?
Yeah, it says the rare robot blue chip NFT creator.
I mean, that's alpha.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. He's not cutting and running.
Yeah.
And if
everyone knows who he is, you know, the guy's got a history of quality. I have, you know, not once have I been worried about Pines. Of course I've been anxious. You know, I'm human. I'd love to know more. I'd love to get inside and take a peek and have some secrets revealed. I don't think anybody is any different on that regard, but I've never once, it has never crossed my mind, like rug pull, anything like that. Like it's just that doesn't even come close, because to me it's tied right in to Theta as well. So it's like now we got this super talented creator that's creating blue chip NFTs, and he's going to have access to some of the cutting edge technology that Theta is able to provide. And it's like, okay, now you're giving this massively talented creator access to all these tools that a lot of people don't have, and you think it's going to be garbage? Like, you know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him time. No, I'm not in a hurry, but of course I'd like to know more.
Sure, but and two, the other thing is everyone wants to be a million. They buy an NFT, they buy a crypto. They want to be a millionaire in a week, or it's a scam.
Yeah. I mean,
that's and so you're dealing with that. Then you're dealing with these scamfluencers promoting Theta apes, or or whatever.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's, you know, it's unfortunate because that is what it is. Like everyone thinks that this is like a microwave to get rich. You know what I mean? Put it in the microwave, let it cook for 30 seconds and you're rich. But you know, obviously good projects take time to create, or else they're not worth creating. You know, what's the point?
The images are just keep flashing on my screen right now, and it's just sick. And if he's got that kind of talent, I mean, we could be in for something amazing.
It's unbelievable.
But that's just the boggling thing is, you know, Theta Drop goes down. They can't say anything. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but Theta Drop goes down. They no big deal. And then James and other people, there's an issue with the cutoff dates and times or lock times or whatever. Hey, we need to get it fixed. Oh, it's already been addressed at the flagpole. And then you know what I mean? Like, and he is the blue chip creator, NFT creator on Theta Drop. Convince me otherwise.
No, I know. Trust me. I get it. I get what you're saying. It's, you know, there's little things that certainly could have been handled better. And I wish they were, but yeah.
Yeah, but if he can't do it, none of the other creators are gonna.
Oh yeah, no.
Get that done either.
No, definitely. Agreed.
Because if you discover something, you're like, oh man, I'm a creator of this project. If it's hot tub time at Theta Labs, dude, they have one of those G pool parties.
Oh boy,
it might be a while, and they're gonna have a rough night, late morning, early lunch, and then they're gonna cut out after that because they gotta recoup because Kyle likes to party.
So maybe we can get Magnum to get an official apology at ThetaCon.
I mean, Magnum would prefer it, you know, sooner rather than later. I mean, It seems like they should just do a Magnum Apology Series NFT drop. Anyone on Theta drop,
Oh
they should get
wow,
limited Magnum
a
Apology.
VIP, a
Right,
VIP
like
drop.
there'd be one of Mitch apologizing to me. There'd be one of Wes apologizing to me, and everyone else.
Oh wow.
And numbered, like
They
there's
can
going to
be
be rare
generative
ones.
too. They can be generative.
Oh, they better be generative. I only want, like just a percentage of that, a very tiny percentage of that. Is that too much to ask?
I don't know. I don't. It doesn't seem like that much. No.
It doesn't seem like that much. That's a lot easier than changing the mitten period. I would think.
Well, I mean, it's a lot easier than updating your credit card number.
And that'd be way better than a BitBoy NFT.
Oh, dude, get on. Oh, man. Yeah. And then you got people like defending him in Theta. It's like, dude,
are they?
Stop. Some guy was like, why you guys all hating on BitBoy? Because I think it was Swampy. He posts the thing. He's like, oh, what's the worst NFT you ever bought or whatever? And he got hosed on one of his. And I was, I haven't really gotten hosed too much on any of mine, but I did buy some BitBoy, cars because they were one of 19. Collect all 19, but I'm only going to drop one.
Wait, did they cancel the other 18?
He's done. Yeah, he's gone. He better not come back. That nipple, the nipple NFT.
I mean,
hey, listen. That was back when Data Drop was like at peak hype mode. Whatever you're dropping, it's selling out, and it's selling out like instantly. It like sick. Like this is back way before Fatigue. And this guy comes out here and he takes a giant dump on Theta Drop and wants us to buy it, and then just disappears. Ridiculous.
I do like enjoying some of these other communities, even though I'm not like fully vested in them.
The BitBoy community.
Oh my god!
I think you got to pay to be in that community. Not at these prices.
Total segue. I know you're a very good math guy. One of our mutual friends I try to reach out to about statistics. Odds of stuff happening.
Sure.
I'm still baffled at.
Okay, I know where you're going with this.
You know I'm going with this. But he didn't get back to me. He had better things to do. Do you think there's more customs in these containers? Because I think the last actual true custom was the Yoda.
I believe you're correct.
Baby Yoda. Everything else was triple S and Pine Games.
I mean, personally, I do believe that there's more customs out there. I think that you were the one that noticed some of these customs on the page that haven't been opened yet. Oh yeah, you made the tweet about that. There's a bunch of customs on like that main page that's not
right
there. I do think that those are still out there. I mean, there's still quite a few unopened canisters.
Yeah, we finally moved from 82 to 83%. I saw that of open cans, but it just thinks like.
So that means 17% left. I mean, that's what, like 1/6, and you got how many open?
Well,
I don't know. It's tough to tell how many were opened. You know what I mean?
Well,
of customs, because a lot were given.
To some of these, we don't like. We know that there's some VIP ones that haven't been opened,
right,
but they're going to come out of the 1 through 200. So I'm not concerned about. I don't know, but some of them know if they're separate. But I had a coworker who I got into pines, and he was like, dude, that Trump pine, how has that not been pulled yet? How has that not been pulled yet? And obviously there's ones that haven't been pulled.
Right.
There's a lot of them, so it definitely makes sense. But it's just, in that February, was that February or March? That was March, maybe? That Baby Yoda? It was either February or March.
It's been a while. Yeah.
It's been a while. I've been opening as many as I can. 50, just so, I've opened 53 cans.
Wow.
And I've only pulled one of the...
you got a Baby Yoda.
I got one of the Baby Yoda non-customs.
But you got a couple shoulder lasers from the ears.
Couple shoulder lasers that are actually tri-beam lasers. Big deal. But yeah, no, I have some nice ones, but I mean, what did you open? 22, 25? And you pulled 2 customs?
I've opened more than that at this point, but all my recent ones were dead old.
But your initial haul, when you when
out
there
of
was
my,
199
yeah,
in fuel.
yeah. I had a wonderful day back in mid-November. Yeah, and I ripped open two, and one of them was on the main page. Not as pretty as Magna PI, but that Shaolin's, he's pretty badass.
He is pretty badass. And at first, you didn't even think he was a custom because they didn't identify him.
Yeah, I didn't know, right?
It just seemed like every
He had the
category.
pineapple slice hair, and he had the Buddha hands, but it was just the background was
Gray.
yeah,
It's great, but
yeah,
the custom backgrounds don't even count. They're all none.
yeah. It doesn't even but yeah, you're right. I didn't know he was.
I mean, I've tried my darndest. Then we got the new kid on the block. He buys two. He opens a Baby Yoda better than my Baby Yoda,
Oh boy.
on his first one. And then on a second one, he pulls a skull giving middle fingers with an SPS ring. Also pretty amazing.
And what else?
And then it went downhill. He pulled a samurai, which I don't have also, out of my 53. He pulled a samurai with a guitar.
Wait, was that sequential as well?
Oh my god, I don't even know. So the other part of
if that's sequential as well, then
the
yikes.
shenanigans. I talk way too much. I don't know why you pay attention to it, but I saw in the Discord where that individual, he bought it because you were telling me he bought it, and the guy chimed in. He lost a ton on Luna, and he's like, I need to take something. So he sold his empty container, and that had the Baby Yoda, I believe.
Oh.
So, and then he felt bad, and he goes, I think you made the right move. And he's like, oh, I think that makes me feel so much better. And it obviously was the right move, but the guy's just the luckiest dude.
Yeah, that's crazy though, because the Yoda and the skull, it seemed like they were purchased separately. They weren't purchased in a row. They were days apart, right?
Yeah.
And
They
all
were
of a
open days
sudden,
apart. I think we might
sequentially,
have
they're
had it.
one number apart. Wild. I mean, two awesome pulls with edition numbered, sequentially editioned. The odds are
7466. The guitar.
So that's not sequential. All right, Magnum. Well, I think this was a very interesting topics we covered here today. Is there anything you're looking forward to in the coming week? Forward to, I'm a pug guy, and HGH has a challenge, or it's an airdrop that's coming for a soldier pug, and we're gonna find out what we need.
Oh, this is after the sniper was recently.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, so dude, the sniper, that thing got minted out in 16 minutes. There was 50 of them, and I got number 6. The thing didn't spin at all for me; it just went right through. So that was nice. But now this time it's an airdrop for a soldier pug, and the way we're gonna find out what we need is he's gonna be playing a marble game on his stream, and every pug, every pug. So each of the pugs that are in existence, they each get a marble, and there's going to be 3 different games. So the first game is like a speed race, and whichever marble gets in there first, you're going to represents a pug. You're going to need that pug. The next one is a battle royale. So it's just like, this big kind of scene, and all the marbles just like crash into each other. The last one standing, whatever pug that is, you're going to need that pug. And then the last one is buckshot. And it's like, you kind of go through a marble run, and then at the end you get flung and you try to hit a dartboard, and the closest to the bullseye, whatever one is closest to the bullseye, you're going to need that pug. So you're going to find out live on the stream what 3 pugs you need, and whoever has them gets the soldier.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool to stay on top of all these, which is another reason why it'd be great to have some of these creators on here to just tell us a little bit more. Like, what can we look forward to? Why sell me on this? Why?
Right.
There's plenty of competition out there. Why should I buy your NFT? And I think this would be a good opportunity for some people to get on here. Whether it's data board, there's stuff dropping on data board. I don't know anything about it. Nothing.
I don't know anything either.
There's some stuff on.
If you don't know anything about it, I definitely don't.
There's some stuff on open data. I know some of the stuff on open data. I don't know about all of it, but and then there's stuff on data drop that I don't even, it's just so much to keep up with, and people are getting definitely like Discord fatigue. You can't be in all these Discords checking them all the time, trying to keep up on top of it. I basically try to keep up on 2 or 3 for the most part. And even staying up on 2 or 3, like, it can be tough. I got the project, and, I'm helping out with a project, and so I'm staying up on top of that one for sure. Always trying to stay up on top of Pines, and yeah, but it's tough. So, if someone wants to come on here and give a pitch, or let us interview and figure something out, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, it was awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, we'll be back. And if you didn't, we'll still be back.
Hey, we're just doing this for ourselves. So
that's right.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast, a Scumbag Hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.